guys, it's Adelina Budgets back again with another video. If you have seen any of my previous videos, thank you so much for coming back and joining me on this one. If you haven't, please check out some of the other videos if you're interested in cash budgeting and cash stuffing. Again, my name is Adelina and this channel is pretty new. Wanting to share my journey with you guys and getting back into cash budgeting and stuffing. Quick blurb about me is that I did cash stuffing and budgeting previously, but have been off of it for a while now. The first time that I did it, I was able to pay off all my credit card debt as well as my vehicle. So it was really impactful and helpful for me when I was using it. So now it's been a couple of years and I am looking to get things back on track. I have accrued some credit card debt in the meantime as well that I want to get paid down. And I have some savings goals, of course, as well. So it's been really helpful for me. So again, just getting back into the swing of things. I am going to be trying different things. In my previous journey, I was just using regular envelopes similar to these, but like, the shorter ones. And I would just write the category on the outside and then keep track of my balances on the back of them. That worked perfectly fine. You do not need any of these things in the video to be able to do cash budgeting or stuffing. You don't need to spend really any money to do it. These are just things that are helpful. They're convenient to have. So just a disclaimer, if you're really tight on your budget, don't feel like you need any of these cash trays or these calculators or, these planners or anything. You could definitely do it with just the regular envelopes and get your budget in order. With that being said, I wanted to go ahead and jump into a few things that will look different for this video. I did get some of those accessories and fun things for these videos for Christmas, as well as I got some Christmas money that I then bought these things with. So most of the stuff is off of Amazon. So if you guys are interested in that, again, if you have it in your budget and would like to do so, check that out. I'll try to link everything below just so you guys have the information if you wanted it and it was in your budget. So I got a cash tray, which I've been really excited about instead of having like the bills everywhere to keep things a little neater and organized. I got a new desk lamp to try to brighten things up a little bit for us since I film primarily in the evening times and I'm already losing daylight right now. I got a new calculator. This was about $16 on Amazon. It just is bigger and it has the tactile like clicky sound and the button presses that I like. And the cash tray was also from Amazon, around $10. I have two of those. One I got as a gift and one I bought myself. I do have my iPad over here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I use that for like jotting my budget down, denominations, what's going where, that sort of thing. My budget planner really is what I use the iPad for, which I've had already. Let's see. I did get these like cash envelopes online on Amazon as well. This was a 3-pack. So I have these two over here. So it was these 3 for like $10 or less. Be careful because I was about to buy one that was $10 like for one of them, and then I saw the 3-pack. So I'll get you guys the link so you can make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck. I do have these envelopes as well. I didn't buy these. These are just kind of hanging out at our house. We haven't used them in like 6 months or so. So I thought I would create my own 50 envelope challenge. The 100 envelope challenge is what's more popular, but that seemed, I don't know, just a little more out of reach for the way that I'm budgeting right now. Once I get some credit stuff paid down, I think I will be able to do the 100 envelope challenge. But for now, I've just did a 50 envelope challenge. If you're not familiar with that, you basically just label envelopes 1 through 50, or in the 100, it'd be 1 through 100. And then you save that amount in each envelope. And then at the end, of course, you have a nice healthy savings with the 50 envelope challenge. I believe it's around $1,200 that you end up saving. With 100 envelope challenge, it's way more, obviously. So, but yeah, that's what I did with these just because we had them at the house and I thought I'd put them to use and have a little bit more fun doing the saving setup. So we're going to do that today as well. What else is new? I also did, I have a laminator and a bunch of cardstock already in my craft room, so I tried my hand at making these cash envelopes, like these laminated ones. This was the very first one I made. It really isn't great. There's like bubbling, things aren't even. So we'll practice more to see if it's maybe the pouches or the laminator. We're going to have to do some trial and error, but this is the very first one. This one has like the hole punch to use in the planner. Oops. And then I did, can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I did a second run with these, which came out a lot better. I didn't do the hole punch on this one, but these are a lot nicer. So I might use these in place of something like this in the future, but this was just kind of practice. So I have these here as well. I did create some placeholders to account for money that's in the bank. So I just wrote on cardstock and laminated them. Nothing special there. They're not perfect or beautiful per se, but they do the job for me right now until I can have some spare time to be a little more creative and create ones that are really cute. So you'll see some of that stuff come up. But as far as the intro, oh, I forgot. I also have this cup on my desk now. It says, I threw F-bombs around like confetti. This is from my sister. I got it for Christmas as part of my Christmas gift. So I'm not a huge wine drinker. I do occasionally drink some wine, but I figured I'd get more use out of it on my desk. So you'll see that in the corner. I thought I'd display this nicely since she made it for me. Story behind that I don't think needs to be, it's pretty self-explanatory, but in my like non-YouTube time, I do tend to use some colorful emphatic language, we'll say. So it's appropriate for me. All right, guys, well, let's just go ahead and jump into things then. Let's see what we're gonna do first. You know what? I forgot my wallet. Kind of need that. Hold on one second. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the cash I withdrew. We're going to start there. So I've got that here in this wallet that I mentioned. Set that aside. Okay, so we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. So that's 320s. I did that kind of confusingly, sorry. Confusingly. I don't know if that's a word. All right, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 160 in tens. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 in fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in ones. Yeah, 639 is what I have. That's 639. That's going towards our spending envelopes as well as our sinking funds. So the denominations are going to be a little bit different than normal because I'm trying to set things up kind of weekly instead of just putting the lump sum together. I'm not sure if I'm just making things too difficult for myself or if I'm really onto something here. So we're going to try it and we're going to figure out whether it's a complete waste of time or if it's super helpful as kind of a visual cue that how quickly basically I'm going through my 2-week allotment, you know. So we'll see. I'm trying it out for now. We'll see if we do things a little bit differently later on, but it's all about trial and error on this channel. It says you'll come to find out. Okay, so $6.39 is what we have. And then let me go ahead and see what's here. I don't think I have much left. Yeah, so nothing in groceries. Duncan, my dog, still has his full $20. He's still good on food and treats, so yeah, I can pull that for savings challenges. Personal, I only have $1 left. Gas, so this I just spent today. For gas, I just spent the allocation today, so I actually need to take what I'm putting in for gas and put it in the back to bank category so that I can pay that towards the credit card I put that on. The credit card that I used is interest free right now, but I just need to make sure to pay it off. And then date, I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 and very small bills. Okay. So let's see. So this is what was left over. I don't think, yeah, that's everything. And then I have receipts that I'm going to be scanning in the Fetch app. If you have not already used the Fetch app or heard anything about it, which you probably have if you watch videos like this, but essentially it is an app where you snap a picture of the receipts that you have accumulated timely. They want you to do it within like a week or something for you to get points for them. The minimum that I've seen is like 25. That's most commonly what I get as far as points for each receipt that I use or that I scan. But then when you accumulate a certain amount, you're able to trade those in for like gift cards or things like that. So if you're already spending the money, why not take advantage of that? I get receipts all the time, so I thought I might as well just go ahead and take advantage and actually scan them. I have a code. Everyone can have their own code. You can refer a friend. You get 2,000 points and they get 2,000 points. So if you guys use the code, I will put it in my description below. I would really appreciate that. So if you're interested, do that. Okay, then we're going to take out the change here and just put this over to our change jar. Okay, and in one of my other videos, maybe multiple, I mentioned that I do have other change, like a little, I don't know how it's, well, not a piggy bank, but like an adult version of a piggy bank, and I can't find it, so I had to start all over again. So I need to find that. We moved recently, so things are still kind of crazy. Not that recently. Honestly, we're just behind in getting things done. So I will find that eventually. But for now, I have this jar that I've had lying around, so I'm using that. Now I'll speed through this to avoid all the clanking. Okay, that's done. All right. So let's count this. We had 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 40, 1, 2, 3. 43, right? Yes. So $43 is what we had left over. So I'm going to put these aside and actually I might take out the 13 from here that I spent on that gas that I mentioned earlier today before I did my envelopes. So let me take it from here. Just because I had to do some more driving with the holidays and stuff recently, so I spent more than I normally would. So instead of taking it from this allotment, I'm gonna give it back to myself just so I'm not short. So okay, so the $13, that's only $12. Okay, let me get an ugly one. See if there's any other uglier ones. Okay, so this $13 I'm gonna set aside to go back to the bank. So I'm gonna put that off camera. All right, so then what I'm going to consider as rollover is 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And I'm going to switch these actually. So I'm going to take the 5s back. So this should be 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. And this should still be 14 if I didn't mess things up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, okay. We figured it out. All right, so 13 and 1s is for gas. And that's going to the bank. Okay, so 30 is what we have to play with for rollover money. I usually just put this to month ahead, so I'll probably do that. But let's start with the envelopes here. Let's see, so 41, we allocated that in 220s, 1, and that's for 41. So exciting to have the first of 50. This is awfully close to this candle. Let's not burn the house down. All right, and then let me see if I can move this and still, let's move the candle. Okay, 22, we allocated that in 20 and 2. Okay. And again, these envelopes are way bigger than the ones you need. Just get the regular size. These are just ones we had, like I mentioned. So I didn't want to buy new ones just to throw them away. Okay, and then this one was 40. So I did that. I'm trying to get the good ones since we're saving these. I like to put the bad bills in my cash spending envelope instead of the saving challenges, so we get rid of the ugly ones and keep the good ones. So okay, that's 40. Let me make sure we're still filming. Yes, my camera keeps stopping. So I'm paranoid. All right, and then ones, we've got $2 here, so $2. Okay, so we've got 40, 22, 41, and 2. Those numbers are fulfilled. Put those off to the side. Okay. Let's see. For our wallet, bring that back over here. We're going to stuff that first. So groceries, that's getting 100. We did that as 20, 40. Let me get the bad ones. Well, there's not too many bad ones here, so that's fine. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100. Yeah, so we did that. I'm gonna put this separate. Again, I'm just trying to give myself visual cues to say like, oh, how fast I'm going through this money. So I'm gonna separate them in 50 each. We'll see how this goes. Again, I might decide this is unnecessary, but we'll see. Duncan gets 20, and this time it's gonna get 2 10s. Again, I'm doing that separately. And also, if you guys have been paid bi-weekly but choose to allocate things like per week, how do you guys do it? Do you do just the smaller denominations and carry it all with you, or do you just pull out the money when you need it, like each week, or do you pull out the money, stuff envelopes, and put the rest away to stuff, like not carry them with you, if that makes sense? So just let me know what you're doing, what's been helpful for you if you have been paid bi-weekly and choose to allocate things weekly. How do you go about that process? What works for you? Did you find that it was worthwhile, or was it a complete waste of time? You let me know and fill me in, and I'll take some pointers from you. Okay, so personal, that's what I just give myself as an allowance. I have $75 for that. That one's not perfectly split, so we've got 20, 40, 50, 65. I know I have an ugly 5, yeah. 5, and then 70 and 5. Okay. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. And let me fix these back. Okay. So that's going to be 35 for one, and it's going to be 40 for the other. Just because I couldn't split it perfectly. I mean, I could have obviously with like more change, but I didn't want to do that. It's easier to do it this way. So I have that in personal, and that was 75. Okay, and then for gas, I'm still going to allocate the 13 since I already gave it back to myself with the rollover money we had. So I'm still going to go ahead and stuff 13. The ugliest bills that I can find. Okay. So $13 for gas. Actually, that was supposed to be in 2 5s. This one. Okay, so 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to do 7 and 6 for the separation. Okay. And then for a date that's not getting stuffed, I'm not going to be stuffing date right now. We did a lot for the holidays, so we need to kind of slow down on that. So I will resume stuffing date later on, but not right now. Okay, so that's everything in my wallet. Moving that aside. Okay, so then for my high priority savings here. So medical, dental, vision, I just have it listed as health here. That's getting $30, and I have that in, again, because I was not considering it being savings and not spent, that I still did 2 10s and 2 5s. So yeah, that was an oversight. All right, so let me add that. Got 2 10s and then 2 5s, right? Yes. Okay. So I have these placeholders that I mentioned earlier. So in the bank, we have 500, 1,000, 100, 200. So we have $1,200 in the bank for health. I have 500 for medical, 500 for dental, and 200 for vision. Okay, so then in actual cash, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 120. Oops. All right. The only thing about these is that I think I made them a little bit too long because they're not as flexible. Obviously, they're laminated, so I might have used just like too heavy of a laminating like thickness. So yeah, I might be making some better ones, but these will do for now. They're a little tough to get into these right now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. For card maintenance, we're getting 20. Again, I did that in 2 10s, so I mean. Okay, and I also have some money in the bank for this category as well. Okay, so in the bank we have 500. In cash I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So We've got 80 in cash, 580 total. Okay, for vet care, we've got $25 in 2 10s and a 5. So I also have 500 in the bank for vet care. All right, so we've got 500 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 90, 95, 100 in cash. So 600 total. Okay, then savings. We have that as 130. So that's 5,100, 10, 20, 5, 30. So that's 130 added to here. Have 1,000 in the bank for emergency fund. I do have other savings set aside that I try to pretend doesn't exist, just so that I don't touch it, because that's like all of my big chunk of savings. So I really need to rack that up because it's not as high as I want it to be, but you know, we'll get there. All right, so for savings, we have 1,000 in the bank, and then we have 100, 200, 300, 350, 400, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 10, 15, 20, so 520. Is that right? Oh. Yeah, 520. I don't know why that sounded off to me. Okay. All right, back to bank. So I'm gonna put, that's what I'm just, if I'm buying anything on credit, if I don't have the cash with me, which I try my best to avoid that situation, then I will sometimes use my card. I try not to be without my cash, but sometimes that does happen, where I just grab a card and, you know, run in somewhere. But I put that back in here, so I know that needs to go back to pay that card. So we've got 40 in here, and we're adding the 13 for the gas that I spent earlier. So $53 there. Debt's not getting anything in particular for this time, but I do need to put that towards payment as well. So those two will go back to the bank. For month ahead, that's what I'm going to be putting this rollover money that I have. And I think I also allocated 45. So 35 plus 30, 75. So this is a 30, and let me get 45 out of here. Okay, so now in month ahead, we're adding 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75 to this. Excuse my handwriting, but I'm trying not to take up too much time. Okay, so we should have 225 now in month ahead. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 205, 210, 215, 220, 225 in a month ahead. What's this one? For miscellaneous, I just have $20 in here. It's Christmas money that I had. I'm just keeping it in here for now until I decide what I want to do with it, or if like something comes up that doesn't apply to something like this, I'll use that instead. So that's everything for my high priority binder. I'm gonna put that over here. Okay. Then for my low priority, we have birthdays already funded for my dad and my sister, but I decided to add more to make them some cakes. I do cakes on the side as well. I haven't done it in a while because of moving and life and holidays and all this other stuff that, yeah, makes things a little harder to do the side hustles, but I do have the ability to make their cakes, so I just wanted to set some money aside to get ingredients and you know, some stuff to make cakes for them. So we're giving both of them an additional $25, so adding $50 to birthdays. So let's see. Okay, so birthdays now has, okay, so 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 45, and 50. So 250 now. And Valentine's Day is not getting anything. I already pre-filled that. Tax day, that should be getting 25. 26. Okay. So that's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. So tax day is getting 26. So cost has gone up for taxes with the tax lady that I use, but she's been really helpful navigating things, so she's worth it. So I have 100, 200, 300, and 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 326 for tax, and that is fully funded. We'll should be getting our W-2s and stuff soon to do that. And that's everything in this one that's getting stuffed. All right. So I think that is everything. We did our low and high priority binders. And we did our fun savings challenge envelopes, our wallet as well. So that is everything. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for anyone who is watching now, has stayed to the end of the video. Thank you for sticking with me. Check out some of my other videos. As I mentioned, if you guys are you know, interested in sharing your journey with cash budgeting and stuffing, leave that in the comments below, especially if you have been someone who gets paid bi-weekly and chooses to set things up weekly. Let me know how you navigate that. Any other things that you would like to see on this channel. And hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.